Human resources. Human resources are one of the most important assets of any business organization. In order to take maximum benefit of the available human resources, an organization must have a human resources planning process. Human resources planning is a continuous process that should carry out by the human resources department of an organization to ensure systematic planning to accomplish maximum benefits from the available human resources. The process of human resources planning ensures the creation of the best fit of the employees to the job roles as well as the organizational culture. This helps the organization to operate without any manpower surpluses or shortages in the organization. 7 steps of human resources planning. Analyze objectives. The human resources planning process starts with the identification of the objects of the different departments in the organization. Each department, such as management, marketing, production, finance, and sales, can have a different objectives and they have specific expectations related to the human resources. The objectives can include recruiting new employees for the process, reducing the number of the employees by automating processes, or improving the knowledge and skill levels of existing employees. By analyzing the objectives of each department of the organization, the Human Resources Planning team can identify the changes that will be necessary for the future of the organization. Inventory current human resources. Once the necessary changes are identified, the Human Resources Planning team should create an inventory of the current human resources available in the organization. This should include the current number of employees available in the organization, their capacities, capabilities, and performance abilities. This helps the Human Resources team to identify the method of filing the upcoming job requirements and to create estimates to internal and external recruitments that will be necessary. Forecast the demand and the supply of the employees. Based on the objectives of the different departments of the organization and the inventory of the available resources, the Human Resources Planning team can forecast the demand of the employees. Apart from that, based on the availability in the organization and the employee market, the supply of the employees should be forecasted. Estimate gaps. Conducting a comparison between the demand and the supply of the employee availability can help the Human Resources team to identify the gaps that can arise in the foreseeable future. The gaps can arise as employment deficits as well as employment surpluses. Employment deficits indicate the number of employees that need to be recruited, and the employment surpluses indicate the job terminations or transfers between departments. Apart from that, the gaps can be used as an indication of the training and development requirements for the employees. Formulate plan. Once the employment gaps are estimated, the Human Resources Planning team should formulate a plan for the recruitment, training and development, termination, interdepartmental transfers, promotion, or early retirement of employees based on the requirements of the organization. The employment plan can vary based on the deficits or the surplus estimated in forecasting the demand and the supply stage. Implement plan. Once the Human Resources Plan is formulated, the Human Resources Department should implement the plan in the organization. This should be aligned with the goals and objectives of the organization as well as the goals and objectives of each department of the organization. Monitor, control, and feedback. Once the Human Resources Plan is implemented, the plan should be monitored continuously to ensure the alignment of the plan to the objectives of the departments. The necessary control should be put in place and the feedback at each level should be obtained to measure any defects in the implemented Human Resources Plan. The necessary changes should be implemented according to the feedback obtained in the ongoing process in order to make the Human Resources Plan a success. HR Training Essentials. Adapting to innovations. Successful businesses constantly tweak system and actively encourage innovation within their workforce to apply better solutions that meet new requirements or existing needs. HR are vital to this as they are largely responsible for creating an organization's culture so can become architects of innovation thinking. Performance management. HR departments are responsible for designing performance management processes. Doing so isn't easy though, because methods are constantly evolving and new trends emerge every year. Getting it wrong can leave employees feeling deflated and unmotivated, and managers frustrated with poor levels of performance. In order to maintain and improve performance, designing a process that's beneficial to all is vital. Handling disciplinaries. Any disciplinary action or grievance needs to be handled with care and professionalism by all parties involved. Although HR staff don't directly manage procedures, they do play a vital role throughout the process. They act as administrators but also as advisors to the person in charge of investigation. Making sure you remain impartial within this is key to delivering a fair, independent process. Talent and management development. In business, a workforce with the correct talents is crucial to an organization's success. Human resources departments are at the forefront of managing this. Whether it's scouting a new talent or developing current talent within the business, to better achieve goals, having a good talent management strategy is a must. Bullying and violence. In the workplace, anyone can be on the receiving end of bullying. People may become targets because they are highly skilled, smart, or charming, and that threatens the bully. So we're all at risk and need to take steps to detect and eliminate bullying behavior. Employee engagement. Consequences of this negative attitude include stress and low productivity, enthusiasm, energy, which may result in high staff turnover and reduced profits. Thankfully, there are ways to revitalize work and become engaged. Doing so offers some great benefits like better job satisfaction, improved health and well-being, and more. Helping others to become engaged too can decrease staff turnover while increasing revenue growth. Flexible and remote working. Allowing staff to work remotely can support the businesses and allow it to function as normally as possible. Forget all the issues that you think remote or flexible working may bring. We're going to debunk or explain how to tackle them, and we're also going to explain their many benefits that remote working can bring to. Event Operating Committee. Administration Committee. This team will handle the logical and larger details such as budget, venue, catering, attendance, and etc. These will be the go-tos for all the smaller committees that are about to form and will be making most of the big decisions. They will set up the subcommittee meetings and make sure that at least one of them attends each meeting to ensure the conference or event is heading in the right direction. A few committee duties: maintaining event budget, managing food and beverage, overseeing each committee and their meetings, securing entertainment, speakers, papers, and etc. Building out a detailed agenda and run-off show. Marketing and Promotions Committee, whose goal is to sell that amazing event you are planning. How are they going to get those attendees to register? We suggest making their involvement fun and creative. A few committee duties: creating a promotion schedule, setting up and managing online event registration, creating an internal employee, push program and incentives, mentioning the events to customers or prospects face-to-face, creating social media sales pitches for events. Sponsorship Committee, dedicated to finding strategic partners for your event. Their focus should be organizations attendees value and that are willing to add some personality to the event. A few committee duties: researching potential sponsors, developing sponsorship levels, securing sponsorships, communicating with the sponsor representatives, managing sponsors on site. Technology Committee. Whether you'll be all on-site, all online, or combination of the two, events are starting to become a little more technical than one personnel can handle. A few committee duties: sourcing all equipment and systems, liaison with tech vendors, managing logistics and setup, scheduling and managing test runs, day of production and troubleshooting. Attendee Engagement Committee. The sole purpose of hosting your event? For the attendees, of course. This committee will be solely responsible for designing the attendee experience, and that's a huge responsibility. A few committee duties: developing networking opportunities, planning a kick-off or other celebration event for attendees to meet and mingle, curating unique icebreakers, designing sponsor engagement with attendees through pop-up activities, brainstorming ways to surprise and delight attendees along the way. Reminder, all this to say, event planning is not a joke. There is a lot that goes into the event as a whole. When you begin to dissect every piece that goes into planning, you'll soon see that committees are a necessity. You can't do it alone, which is why an event planning software can help.